Yeah. Big JTV, man. Like, comment, sub as y'all walk into the building. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on in the air. I don't know. Maybe it's just things that I notice or what's going on. But aren't rich, successful black men getting accused of similar things? Right? And when I say similar things, I've been talking about the Diddy trial. Of course, I covered the Shannon Sharp incident. And Tyler Perry, who just came from releasing a very dark black woman tragedy movie, like he always does, which did crazy numbers on socials and everywhere else, like it always does. But of course, after his current success, the lawsuits and allegations come. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Tyler Perry sued for sexual assault, right? I'm gonna be reading the TMZ article, right? And this is pertaining to Oval actor claiming years of harassment and more. Now let's get into it. Tyler Perry is facing accusations of sexual assault, a claim coming from an actor on his long-running TV show, The Oval, and one Tyler's camp calls a scam, TMZ has learned. Derek Dixon filed a lawsuit against Perry, and in the docs, he claimed he and the director met at an event back in 2019. In Derek's words, Tyler picked him out of a crowd and asked for his phone number, suggesting he might have a role for him. Guys, this is just one of the other big open secrets, you know what I mean, in that Hollywood industry. Tyler Perry's a gay man, allegedly, right? And the fact remains is, if y'all watched anything about Boondocks, shout out to the Boondocks, they had a whole episode and a whole parody satire of a dude called Winston Jerome, and they broke down exactly what Tyler Perry does. I recommend for y'all to watch it. I'm not going to put any Boondocks content because they like to copyright claim things. But the fact remains is, it's open. He wanted to ask that man out on a date. This is called the casting couch. This is that Harvey Weinstein, that P. Diddy type of thing where they're not hiring you for your talent. They hiring you so they can get to fucking. Yes, sleeping with you. You are not hired for your skill. You're hired because of your symmetry and your waist to hip ratio. I don't know what gay dudes into, but it might be some other ish. I don't know. I don't look at mans like that. It is what it is. Then in January 2020, Derek says Tyler invited him to his Atlanta home. It's called a date. He's asking him out on a date. And he accepted, hoping to build a friendship that would lead to more acting gigs. Brother, he was asking you on a date, man. Okay, but according to the suit, while there, Derek drank too much and ended up sleeping in a guest room. Bruh. Oh my, that was part of the plot. He asked you out on a date, man, and you accepted. Anyways, let's keep going. In the docs obtained by TMZ, Derek claims Tyler got into the bed with him, and started touching his thighs. And though he rejected the advances that night, he claims Tyler remained interested. Oh my God. So he's one of these pushy, abusive type of a weirdo gay man. That's crazy, bro. Crazy work. Shortly thereafter, Derek says he had landed the role of Dale in The Office, great for his career, but he claims it was around this time that Tyler also started firing off sexually suggestive texts, including asking what Drew's sexual preference was and telling him he has sex with men. Oh my God. Okay. Derek also notes his character Dale was written as a gay, homeless, desperate store clerk who had to sleep with other characters for a place to stay. He claims that's exactly what Tyler told him he was looking for in a real-life sexual partner, someone who would be loyal and dependent upon Tyler. Derek says he feared his career would be derailed if he flatly rejected Tyler. So, instead, he told him he wasn't the sexual type, but He was always terrified he'd lose his job if he complained of sexual harassment. To that point, he says Tyler once again invited him to his Atlanta home in 2020, and things allegedly took a dark turn. Derek claims Perry greeted him warmly and quickly started a sexually charged conversation, also asking him if he likes it rough in bed, and then grabbed Derek by the throat while saying, "Look how excited you got." He says he pushed Tyler away, and that was the end of the alleged incident. The lawsuit includes years of text messages allegedly sent between both men. Most of the ones Tyler allegedly sent are sexually charged. For instance, one reads, "No straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to F." Oh, I would F you. Oh my God, bruh. This guy Tyler Perry, that whole Medea thing, man. If you had two brain cells, you knew, bro, something wrong with cuz. Something is wrong with bro. He has some kind of. Look at the males in his movies and TV shows, man. This guy was into a specific type of man. Now look at the type of stories that he presents of women struggling and having a rough time. You don't think there's some level of contempt and anger? You know what? People don't want to talk about this, but within the gay community, there's gays who hate women. Straight up. That's a real thing. The fact remains here is Tyler Perry is somebody who actually hates women. I'm going to say this, it's also controversial, maybe not so much. He hates also black men, specifically dark-skinned black men, because the portrayal of his characters of dark-skinned black men is so negative and specific. Now, if it's a light-skinned black man, he's going to be the savior. He's going to be the good guy. He's going to be the man, the struggling, in pain, down to her last straw, no pun intended. She is going to lean towards him. And the only thing that's a bit surprising here is that this Derek Dale guy is a white guy. But guess what? Maybe Tyler done switched up and he likes a snow puppy, as Dr. Umar would say. Let's finish this article. The most aggressive incident allegedly went down in June 2021. Again at Tyler's Atlanta home, Dixon was staying in the guest house wearing only his underwear when he saw Tyler come in and give him a goodnight hug. Okay, now this is the weird thing. So this Derek Dixon guy claims not to be interested in Tyler. You are in his guest house with underwear on. What are we doing here, man? He alleges Tyler yanked down his underwear, groping his behind, and said, "Relax, just let it happen," and assured him it wasn't going to hurt. Dixon says he managed to rebuff his advances by changing the subject. According to the suit, Dixon finally filed a complaint with the Equal Employment and Opportunities Commission in June 2024, and then quit the Oval, saying that he would no longer put up with the alleged sexual harassment. And goddamn, okay, well, salute to you. I respect that. Dixon is suing Tyler and Tyler Perry Studios for quid pro quo and workplace sexual harassment and sexual assault and battery, and he's seeking $260 million. Goddamn, in damages. Tyler's attorney, Matthew Boyd, told us this individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down. We are confident his fabricated claims of harassment will fail. Story developing. Hey, man, isn't this like a script now, man? This is becoming so much so a script. And what's really, mind-boggling and really shocking about it really is that it's all about black men in power seemingly getting extorted like this. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite. You cannot get extorted if you don't do anything inappropriate. You cannot be extorted if you are not harassing nobody. You cannot be extorted if you have the truth on your side and people who are nefarious have no ways to flip the script. I looked at some of the text that was shown in this lawsuit, they look a little spicy, but you could just see them as maybe some friends talking. It doesn't look directly like inappropriate words or harassment. It seems like that Derek individual like this conversation. Now, we got to understand there's power dynamics. Tyler Perry is a borderline billionaire. This Derek Dixon guy wanted to get ahead in Hollywood. And let me tell you something. You don't think that Tyler Perry done turned out his male actors? There are multiple men who came out and said about Tyler Perry trying to deal with them sexually. It's been documented. So this guy has a repeated pattern of behavior. Now, here's the thing. Is this Derek Dixon person going to be able to prove it in court? I don't think he's going to get that $260 million. But I think Tyler Perry and him are going to have some kind of paying off thing that's going to happen in the background. Because trust me, this casting couch situation is not just Cassie. It's not just the white actresses. It's the men too. Yes, that's a real thing. You don't think the men's is doing it for career advancement? Welcome to the real world. A lot of people are sucking, swallowing, spitting, bending, getting backdoored, entered in order to get to the manyan. Sometimes not even a manyan. Sometimes it's just clout. And that's a sad thing about the world, man. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just automatically believe the victim, and I'm not just going to automatically believe the defendant. Or I'm just saying I have a wait and see approach, man. And I've always had that approach. But I'll say this. With power comes great responsibility, but also power and money corrupts, man. So could this all be a psyop to ruin this black man? Or could it be that this black man did wrong things and is finally getting some kind of karma or some kind of comeuppance? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Like, comment, sub. Get in the comments, man. Tyler guilty or not? I wanna hear y'all opinions, man. Big JTV, I'm out.